spiral, and is it coming?
Yeah, I think it's coming. It's common for it to take a while for any price to adjust, and businesses are nervous about paying higher wages, wondering if demand will actually be there and they can push some of that cost on. But I think that particularly here in the Northwest with a very low unemployment rate, I think higher wage rates are coming. We're already seeing it, but not as much as I would think. So I would, if you're going to sketch out a budget for the next 12 months, I would sketch out a higher rate of wage growth. What do you think, Sam?
Two comments that I've heard about why it's not moving, or why wages haven't moved up, and I think they're true for the short term, but I don't know, as Bill is just saying, what might happen for the future. But for right now, one of the things they're saying, well, the two answers they're giving are, one, people are afraid of all the millennials coming in and their knowledge, especially of technology, and so they're concerned about their lack of knowledge in those areas, so they are pushing for more wages because they're concerned about their stability in their current jobs. And the other reason is that they're pushing for other things like Rudy and you are talking about, which is the business or the environment and quality of life in their jobs, and those things are more important to them than salary. And that's, but for the future,
Thank you. Any other questions? Martha?
One more, Senator, kind of related to that about the expectations, the younger people have, the millenniums. They don't have the ambition other than to, let's say, if I can generalize, to maintain a lifestyle. As long as they can buy a bike and go hiking, they're happy. And so in the macro level point of view, is it going to have an impact on tax revenues in the future? Because is it going to depress real estate values? People are going to be making less money, so there's less. If they don't increase the tax rates, there's less revenue, income tax going to the governments.
one of the trends they talked about that I haven't mentioned is one real estate area that's really suffering is the area that's healthiest right now, and this is throughout the 12th Federal Reserve District, is the mid-size commercial properties. The ones that are suffering the most are the big. I heard a huge statistic that I can't remember about the percentage of the mega shopping centers that are closing and that will be closed within the next few years. And also the little strip malls are suffering also, the mid-size ones. And the reason for that, like Blake Nordstrom was at our meeting, and there were a number of other major retail. They are, they said the retail clothing, especially women's clothing, is in the tank right now. And there are a number of other sectors that are having difficulty. And it's that the younger people are less focused on things than the boomers were. And so they're just, that's the retail, and especially the women's clothing. They'd rather have their bike and go out and go camping.
But the impact on tax revenues and government spending, I mean, it's got to be that it's going to be there, I think. Because people are happy making less money, they're going to pay less taxes. Our houses are worth less.
It's not really less money. I mean, a lot of millennials are making great money. You have
They are.
dual income and they're, you know, they're making, you know, $250,000 a year or more, you know, that's a lot of households.
They're not spending, and another statistic that came up was apparently, and Bill, you probably have that statistic, they're holding on to their cash. There's I've forgotten the percentage, but there's, people are carrying around a lot more cash, and they're spending a lot less.
Actually, nobody's carrying cash anymore, but they're holding on to it in their virtual bank account.
Well, no, the percentage, they were talking about cash, the percent, they were
Like
talking.
$20 bills.
They were talking about money in their wallets.
I haven't seen anybody under 40.
In fact, that's one of the articles I've got for you. It's a blog out of the Fed. It's not hugely more, but the trend line is going up as far as holding on to cash.
Right, and I guess, Marston, what I'd say is it's worth keeping in mind that we all try to gravitate towards a mental model that is simple enough to understand, but the economy and demographics are hugely complicated.
Yes.
And there are certainly, there are young people